Hi, friends. Welcome to this Yoga for Runners class. Or if you train the bottom half of your body in the gym or are an athlete, this is going to be great for you. We're going to work through tight hips, through the tight legs, and get more space in the whole lower half of your body. By the time you step off your mat, you are going to be feeling amazing. So let's hop right into it. We're going to start off on our knees in toes pose. So tuck your toes underneath. I like to move my little pinky toe so that it also gets a stretch. And if this is a lot for you, you can always lean forward, take some weight off. But if you're here, then have a tall spine and start to breathe deeply. In and out through the nose. When your feet are in shoes all day, doing this stretch is going to be so helpful for your foot health. We'll add in the arms now. Inhale, look up, reach up. Keep the bottom ribs in. And exhale, cactus your arms. Chest goes forward, elbows go wide and back. Pull the scapula together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus, and see if you can bring your forearms more towards the sky this time. One more like this. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Then bring it all down. Untuck your toes. Pat out the tops of the feet. Stay on your knees and sit back onto your heels. Bring your hands to your shins. Area the mat right to the side of your shins. And engage your core. Press into the top of your feet. Lift your knees off the mat. Get a beautiful top of foot stretch. So you might be lower, you might be medium, you might be pretty high. Wherever you are, breathe through it. Beautiful. Release. Walk the hands out. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up. And we'll walk our hands back towards our feet. Keep a big bend in your knees. Your feet about hips distance apart. And we'll take some elephant walks now. So bend your right leg a lot. Your left leg is straightened. Then bend your left leg, straighten your right leg. Pair it with deep breaths. Keep some integrity in your core so your navel is in and up. We'll add on here, next time you straighten your right leg and bend your left leg, roll over the toes on your left leg, getting that top of the foot stretch. Feel that. Then bend the left leg, or straighten the left leg, bend the right, roll over the toes on the right foot. One more time each side. Left foot, roll over. And right foot, roll over. Beautiful. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Inhale to a half lift, hands come to the shins. And then exhale, fold forward. You can have a micro bend in your knees here, or you can straighten your legs. Start to walk your hands out and find your downward facing dog. Your knees can be bent here. Heels do not have to reach the back of the mat. Oftentimes, if you're training the back of your legs or running, your back of your legs are very contracted. They're very tight. So the expectation isn't to get the heels all the way down onto the mat, but rather to reach them towards that general direction. Press through the hands, lift the hip bones high, navel in towards the spine. Pedal it out here. Feeling a lot of space behind the knee. Feeling energy of your legs strengthening and lengthening. Nicely done. Inhale your right leg up. Keep the hips square. Feel the stretch in your left leg, the stretch in the left calf and Achilles tendon. Then exhale, step the right foot all the way forward. Back knee drops, untuck the back toe, come to your low lunge. Point your hip bone or your tailbone facing straight down so your ribs are in, tailbone down, lean forward. We're working with the psoas on the left side. Now the psoas connects to the T12, the last vertebrae in the thoracic spine. All of the lumbar vertebrae crosses in front of the hip to your femur, so it connects your upper body to your lower body and the back of your body to the front of your body. This is what allows your leg to be pulled up when you're running or going upstairs or walking. So that's why this stretch is so important if you have tight legs, tight hips, and do a lot of cardio and strength training. Breathe here. Nice. Exhale, send the hips back in space, straighten through the front leg. Flex the toes back at the face and press into the ground with the right heel. See how that lights up the back of the leg, not just the calf, not just the hamstring, but all the way down the arch of the foot and the tendons of the feet. Find a little waggle in your hips here. Start to get into the 360. Just slow moves back and forth. So well done. Then I'm going to move forward on my mat so I can go into this next pose where we sit our hips all the way back. Your right foot will come back with you and we'll find a half saddle pose. So your left foot is now on the outside of your hip and we're going to lean back to whatever degree until you find this beautiful quad stretch. So you might be here on your hands, you might be here on your forearms, or you can go all the way down to the ground. That's what I would like to do, but I'll be one with the bugs and the animals of the forest, which at any other time would be great. But right now, it's yoga time. Keep an easy face here, big breaths. The more your mind can calm, the more your body will open and relax and stretch into these muscles. Slowly, slowly, slowly start to come up, rebend into your lunge, and heel toe your right foot off to the side of the mat. Find your long lizard lunge, so you might have to reach your left leg further back and scooch it back on the mat. Option to intensify by tucking the back toe and finding a floating lizard. Or if you're resting in, you can drop your back knee and tuck your back toe. Option to stay flat on your right foot or allow your knee to splay out to the side. Open up the bottom of your right foot towards the center of the mat. This is going to change the sensation, bring it into your IT band, the side of your hip. Beautiful. Plant the foot back down on the mat. If it was up, place both hands on the mat, tuck the back toe, and lift the hips into downward facing dog. We'll take it on over to the other side, but first stay here for 2 big breaths, walking out your downward facing dog. Make the sensation of the feelings in your legs as if you're doing a wall lunge. So really pressing into the heel, shining light outside the back of your leg, feeling a lot of space. And inhale your left leg up. And exhale, place it in between your hands. Low lunge on the left. Back knee touches down, untuck the back toe. Take a neutral ribs here, tailbone facing straight down, ribs are in. Then lean forward. Again, placing all of our focus on our front of our right hip, the psoas, where it's connected to the last of our thoracic. All 5 of our lumbar crosses in front of our hip to our femur. That's what we're stretching here. Focus in and breathe. Allow the hips to be heavy. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the upper body nice. And drop both hands. Straighten through your left leg, hips go back in space. Flex the toes back at your face, press into that left heel a lot. Notice how it fires up not just the hamstrings, but the calf, the ankle, and the feet. Start to waggle your hips back and forth, finding a little more space here. And slowly sit your hips back all the way down onto your mat. Your right foot is on the outside of your right hip. And come back onto your hands, your forearms, or all the way onto your back for a beautiful quad stretch. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Rebend into your front leg. Come back into your low lunge and heel toe your left foot over to the left side of the mat. You can tuck your back toe, lift your back knee to make this more intense, or you can drop the back knee and untuck the right toe. Find your lizard pose here, allowing the hips to sink in deep, be heavy. You can come to the pinky side of your toe. On your left foot, open up so the bottom of your left foot is pointing towards the center of the mat. Your knee is coming out to the side, getting into the side of your hips, the glutes. Breathe fully. Wonderful. Bring your foot back down, plant both hands, tuck the back toe, and step into your downward facing dog. Last time we're visiting downward facing dog, so maybe you roll over both toes and come to the tops of both your feet. And then reach both heels down, pressing through the hands, raising the hip bones up, navel in, reaching the heels towards the floor. Then slowly, no rush here, take many, many, many steps up to the top of your mat. With each step, feel the back of your legs opening up, feel your hips opening. And then slowly sit all the way onto your mat. Slowly roll onto your back. Place your right foot onto the mat. Your left foot makes a figure 4. Inhale all this up into your chest for a supine pigeon, reclined pigeon. Beautiful stretch in your left glute. Relax the shoulders onto the mat, relax the face. Roll out the right ankle. You can roll out the left ankle. Switch directions. For a little more, extend the right leg. Press the heel into the sky, flexing the feet back at your face. Then point the right foot. Flex the right foot. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. And relax. Keep the foot in the air. Just pull it all a little closer to your chest. And bend the right leg. Place it down on the mat. Place the left foot down on the mat and we'll switch it out. Figure 4 with the right leg. Inhale it all into your chest. Right glutes getting a big stretch here. Roll out both ankles. Other direction. Extend the left leg straight. Flex the left foot. Straighten. Then flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Hold everything but relax your left foot. Pull it in a little deeper. Then bend the left leg. Both feet find the mat. Bring the feet close to the body. We'll take bridge pose and stretch the front of the hip. So take a posterior pelvic tilt. So tip your hip bones back towards the mat, almost as if you're scooping your hips under. Press into the heels of the feet. Start with your hips, lift them up, then lower back, then mid back, then upper back. Option to clasp hands underneath the body. Shimmy the shoulders underneath. Raise the hips up, up, up. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Don't let them go out. Squeeze up a little bit higher. For 3, 2, 1. Release from the upper back, mid back, low back, hips. Take a breath. Let's take a final pose. Nice resting pose. Bring the bottom of the feet together, legs like a diamond. Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe you place your hands out wide with your palms up, or you bring one hand to your navel, the other to your heart, and feel the breath in your body. Allow gravity to do the work here for your legs, opening sweetly. Having a lot of gratitude for taking the time to move and stretch and send some love to your lower body after training it with running or with strength training. This is such an incredibly powerful and helpful part to your training. So good job. You should feel proud. A few more breaths here. Nice. You can use both hands to bring your legs up to center and slowly come up to an easy seat. Well done. Come back to this class anytime you need a little extra love in your lower body. And if you have a few extra minutes right now, recall the pose that felt the best in your body, and maybe you spend a few extra minutes there. It makes all the difference. The more time you can spend stretching and lengthening your muscles after training them, the better you will be for it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on the mat soon. Namaste.